Well, it's Tech for Hire. I believe he's going to bore us again with his bullshit.
Alrighty. Another day in the books. Oh. Freaking big ass phone stuck in my pocket. Alright, so exhaust systems. What am I going to do? Make sure this thing. What the hell is that guy doing? I don't know. Alright, so exhaust system conversation. What are we going to do? What's out there? Well, you got the Vance & Hines slip-on exhaust, which I only like them because it's black. So I'm kind of thinking about going that route, but honestly, it's not loud enough. I mean, I want something that growls. So when people, oh, thank you. Yeah, just right on over. Perfect. Idiot. But, no, the, conversation has to be like, performance. Performance and for it being loud. I want something that's loud because I want people to hear the bike. Not to be obnoxious, but mainly to, let other people know, hey, there's a bike right next to you. So maybe not go into my lane and hit me and kill me. So the Vance & Hines pipes, while on idle, they kind of sound very similar to the stock ones. Maybe a little bit lower, but I haven't heard it at full throttle. I haven't heard it when people flip it. The other, I've heard that there's baffles that you can move in and out of it, but of course, I've heard nobody on the internet with them. So I don't want to spend $1,200 to $1,300 on an exhaust system if I'm not 100% sure that it's going to sound awesome. Now, they do make some eBay special drag pipes, which are only like $150 or something like that, and they're straight pipes. I'm sure that would sound awesome, but of course, the ones that I've seen are not specifically for this model, so I don't think they're going to work. But for $150, I might be willing to give it a shot. Maybe I can fabricate something that would work. But, yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. There are some other options out there that I've found, like X pipes, like it basically removes the, what the hell is it called? A catalytic converter, and bypasses that. So I was looking at that as an option too, because that would definitely give you more horsepower because you don't have that restriction. I mean, in cars you can usually gauge, like a 4-cylinder car, you get an extra 10 horsepower. You remove that thing, especially if it's turbocharged. But with a motorcycle, I'm not sure. I mean, maybe a couple extra horsepower, but I don't even really care about the horsepower so much as the sound. I mean, this bike is plenty fast, but I want people to freaking hear it. I want to hear it. So, I'm going to drop a gear and get through this light because it's about to turn. Excelente. But, yeah, I mean, I want something that's going to growl, something that you can hear, something that can scare the little kids. But, I know Triumph doesn't normally have that sound, but, I mean, come on, guys. If you got a British bike and you're going to sell it in the United States, you got to give me some options. But anything that I get, whether it be, some bullshit eBay stuff, I'm definitely going to powder coat those things black or hot jet them, just because I want to break up the stainless steel look. Because as people can see, these pipes have already started to discolor, and that's just a given. If you choose chrome or any other color, it's going colored. So, I mean, if you have black, you won't be able to see it. But somebody's got to come out with an option first. Now, there was something that I read that said it's not good to go with drag pipes because they have a tendency to break the flanges at the header. So, because all the weight is basically right there. But I'm sure, you know, you can work up some proper mounts that would fix that problem. But we don't know yet. You know, of course, being in California, I can get two things, jack and shit, because of emissions, which is funny because it's not like California actually checks the bikes. You know, I don't have to go in and get, you know, small checks or anything like that for the motorcycle. So it's kind of interesting that they won't allow you to change it. And like, besides, I'm already going to get like 45 to, you know, 50 miles per gallon, which is better than most electric cars, or I wouldn't say electric cars, but, you know, hybrid cars. But no, California doesn't give a shit. Wherever you stand on politics, usually revolves around how it affects you and how it affects your family. So I kind of look at it as like, I hate the Democrats because they're always trying to take the fun shit away. But I guess I got a choice, you know, live with it, circumvent the law, or move to a different state. And moving to a different state every day actually sounds like a better proposition. But just because of all the stupid stuff they come up with. But anyways, exhaust. Like, you can, at my bike, I got 3,200 RPM, close to 80 miles an hour, and you can barely hear the exhaust. I can barely hear the exhaust, and I'm sitting on the bike. So that means in the video, you guys probably can't hear it at all. So that's a problem. Because if somebody has their window rolled up, they got the music on, I mean, sure as shit, when I'm in my car, I have a very loud stereo system, I don't hear nothing. So, unless, you know, you get a Harley that drives by and say, holy moly, that's loud. That's kind of what I want, is the holy moly, what the hell was that? So just one, because nobody else has, you know, one of these bikes, so it'd be nice to be different. But, yeah, I mean, I need to do something, because this isn't good. This is not good. It is not loud. It needs to be loud. And maybe I'll go for, I don't know. Because honestly, they really don't make anything for this bike yet. So I've looked all over in some of the UK websites, and there's a company that makes the X-Pipe, which is pretty cool. But again, I haven't heard anybody have it on there. So I don't know how that thing sounds. But that would be nice if that's the only thing that I had to do is just throw on the X-Pipe. That would be a fairly inexpensive mod, because I think it's only a couple $100. It doesn't look like it's all that difficult to install. Can't remember the name of the company, but it's pretty neat. But it's only neat if it actually makes some good sound. And the weird part is, like with cars, you know, at least I'm talking turbocharged cars here, and it doesn't make sense because it's naturally aspirated. But anyways, like with a turbocharged vehicle, you want no back pressure whatsoever. You want the shortest possible exit for the exhaust as possible, so because you don't really need to build up that pressure because it's coming from the other side. But you know, I know with naturally aspirated cars, you want a little bit of back pressure. So I don't know how it would work with a drag style pipe. I don't know if you would lose low end torque on this bike. But yeah, I mean, because the stock configuration, you know, it basically it's like an H pipe. So you have the two header pipes that are connected together via the catalytic converter, so they kind of balance each other out there, and then the pipes basically stop and then reconnect to the rear pipe. So it's not like a straight shot out that back. I don't know why they did that. It's just not a system that I've seen before. But again, I haven't had a Triumph bike before, so I don't know if that's fairly common. But I've looked at all the other designs on some of the other bikes that they have, and you know, they do offer straight-through options with other bikes. You know, like the Scrambler or the Tiger and stuff like that. So it'll be an interesting find. I do know that we have a propensity in the United States to screw with our shit. I mean, we don't leave anything alone. We always mess with it. So I'm sure there's going to be aftermarket stuff out there, but you know, whether or not it's going to sound good, that's another option. I mean, what I always miss is the good old days when you could take your bike to a shop and just like, hey, nobody makes an exhaust for this. Can you make an exhaust for it? And they would do it for your bike for free, and you would get to keep the final, you know, prototype that they make. I guess it wouldn't be a prototype, but they would do the prototype on your bike, and you would just leave it with them for a couple days, but then you would get the final product for free. I always thought that was pretty cool, but I never had a vehicle that anybody would want to do that to. So if you got any bike shops out there that are close in California that would want to do one, hey, hit me up, as long as you don't, you know, mess up my paint. But yeah, I'm looking forward to something, because I know Vincent Hines makes a really beautiful exhaust for the Harley 48, or just basically the Sportster line, and it's like a just a straight frickin' pipe with a black coating on it, and it is gorgeous. So I'd like to kind of do something like that on this, just a straight black pipe, serious mean sound to it. It'd be awesome. But if I can avoid doing a crossover pipe or an H pipe setup, that would give you that distinctive separation in the exhaust where you get, you know, that pop pop sound to it versus, you know, a muted singular sound that you get from the exhaust. But if that's going to hurt low end power, I may have to stick with the stock formula. Just get, you know, larger diameter pipe with some no baffles in it. No baffles to make this puppy fart. That would be nice. It's going pretty quick there. I need to work on my camera design, my camera setup, because I watched my videos and I started getting a little bit, I don't want to say road sick, but possibly road sick. The video shakes quite a bit, and I have the GoPro Hero 3 Black Edition, and I know they have the Hero 5, which does have video stabilization built into it, which would be awesome. But the problem with that is I have a Cena piggyback on the unit, and with the Hero 5, it is not supported. So, well, maybe some of you would appreciate me not being able to talk in my videos. That would kind of defeat the purpose of like a motovlog. So that's an issue. That's another issue of many issues that I need to figure out. So I don't mind getting rid of that unit. What I may wind up doing is getting the Hero 5 and attaching that to the helmet, but also utilizing this unit, like on the handlebar here and facing me, with the piggyback on it, So I can still talk, you'll get the real-time audio, but it'll just be connected to the different videos. So I don't know, that's an option, but it's how much? Like $400, and I'd rather put the $400 into the bike, you know, because I am still going to get a helmet, I'm sorry, not a helmet, a new headlight, and I'm looking at either getting one of the day makers, or they have a new adaptive unit, which is really cool. It's got single LEDs, and it's got 4 LEDs on the left-hand side and 4 LEDs on the right-hand side. So as you lean the bike to go into a turn, those LEDs sense that you're, you know, turning in whatever radius or whatever degree that is, and it will turn on the lights. So you get a better view of the road. So I mean, that's really, really neat stuff. So I'm actually thinking about doing that. The only problem is the light is $650. So after tax and everything, or no, it's $699. So shipped, tax, everything, it's $750. So that's a lot of money to spend on a headlight. So we'll see. I mean, right now it's daylight savings time, so I'm not going to be riding anytime soon where it's going to be late at night. So I think as it gets closer to, you know, winter, and they change the time again because they're a-holes, at that point I'll probably consider that headlight. But right now, probably not so much. Not so much. Let's give it to Goosey. Ah, that's a 6750 in the RPM. Woo! That pupper's a cooper. See, I think the red line is it. I don't want to hit the red line, but I think it's at 7,100 RPMs. I don't know. Sure is fun, though. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, monkeys and hood rats, I will be speaking to you again. How soon? I don't know. So have a good one. All right, bye.
I hope you liked my video. If you want to see more, feel free to click down below. Don't forget to subscribe, or you can hit me at Twitter at Tech4Hire Online.